Happy Saturday! So, it's like dinner time, but finally getting around to trying out the new juicer. So I wanted to wait until today just in case I needed Wayne's help with anything and all that. Plus I kind of wasn't really up for it, even though being sick, juicing would have been, you know, a good thing to be having to help get myself better. But for the first time trying this, I wanted to wait. So I'm pretty much ready. Got my stuff all set here. Watched a few videos to see what other people were doing. And maybe I will make a real proper video of using this. But for now, there it is. I've got my NutriBullet juicer, and we're gonna try again the ones that I made for Mom, making the mean green. So with the what do we have? We have cucumber, apple, lemon, celery, kale, and ginger. So. Yeah, we'll make this one, and this will be for Wayne and I to have for today. All right, interesting. Well, as I'm going here, one, it's doing what the other juicer did is when I lift off the plunger part, and I get that up, that the ingredients start blowing around, and so I've got kale on my counter. Other thing being that the kale pretty much didn't even get juiced. It is fully formed in the pulp container. So as Wayne suggested, we're going to pull that out again. This top part has, what can we see? Lock, unlock. So we can twist, there we go, twist that, and then there's a smaller portion to the plunger instead of being this whole open area. I could put that, I can just put it in the small part. So I'm gonna have to try to put the leafy greens in there and push it down so that it hopefully will get into the blade basket and actually juice. So that's an interesting find. All right, the amount of kale I had to put back in wasn't really that big. There was some of it that was already juiced, but we did do that. So, but even still, it was like jeepers, the mess. Something, you know, even on top of the microwave here, I've got a piece. But in any case, it got a lot of juice out of there, and this container is supposed to kind of take off the froth when you're pouring it. So we'll see how that goes too. But it was very easy to take this all apart. And this just lifts straight off. Sure it does. There we go. Lifts straight off, and you can see all the pulp inside there. They even have some recipes in their recipe book for what to do with some of the pulp. So that'll be interesting. We'll try those someday too. All right, here you go. It seemed to have gotten more juice out than the one I made for my mom. I thought I had about 16 ounces with that one. This one I got 20 ounces, so I did get more juice. I didn't use any more product, any more of the fruits and vegetables that I did with Mom's. So here we go. Cheers. Very light, very good, very green. Taste the lemon, a little bite of the ginger, sweetness of the apple. It's good. It's healthy. Happy Monday. It is 57 degrees outside today, so I thought, hey, I need to come for a walk. I haven't had a walk in weeks. Last week I was sick all week. And it was cold. So that's what's also very funny. Again, we get our warm days in between in the winter here, but our warm days consist of, 30, 35. So to have a 55 degree day, 57, it was 57. I think it's a 55 right before I left the house. I'm like, it dropped 2 degrees in like 5 minutes. I went to the bathroom and got myself ready to go. Interesting, and there's puddles here on the lake on top of the ice. It's warm, a lot of the snow is melting on the grass. All the snow melted on our roofs, which is nice because, as you saw from one of my videos, we had all the icicles hanging in front of our garage. And then ended up off my back patio off the end of the rain gutter where I first said that, oh, I don't have any icicles right now. It ended up that we got some icicles that were about 2 feet long. So that's all melted away now too, yay! So that's good. The rain gutters are flowing. That seems to be the problem here too. Our rain gutters go into the ground and go to the sewer system. And sometimes the ground is so cold that there's nowhere to go, even if the snow does melt and all that. The ground is still too cold and it's all frozen underneath, but the rain can't get to the sewer system. So that's nice that everything's flowing right now. A little cloudy here though. It's supposed to rain / snow Wednesday and Thursday. And one of my friends wanted to meet up on Thursday, and she's like, barring any icy weather, because I don't want to drive in that. I'm like, yeah, well, same. So we shall see what the week brings, but right now this is nice. Other than that, I've got a video processing right now that I'll have up later today. I did a juicer review. Got a new juicer last weekend, finally used it this weekend, and then just decided to do a review video on it right away. So that's good. I've got that one going, and then I have another video that I also made yesterday that I'll need to edit. So it's kind of one of the things I'm finding with the girls being in Korea and being a day ahead, is that I keep also being a day ahead. That's just weighing a little bit, which is a bad thing when it's, Thursday night for us or something. And for the girls it's Friday, and so we keep thinking, yeah, it's Friday, and the next day is gonna be Saturday, and it's like, he's like, nope, next day is Friday for him, he's got one more day of work. So, and for me yesterday, I think probably too, because I wasn't feeling good all week, and then yesterday I was feeling fine finally, and I kind of had the energy, and I'm like, I want to make a couple videos, even though Wayne was home. So for me to video while he's in the house, it's just a little odd, but it's kind of like, he's fine with it, he's quiet, he's on the computer watching videos or doing a little bit of gaming. So I got a couple videos done. But then I was pooped and tired. It's like, I just needed to rest, and so then I just watched some videos for a couple hours last night, and then it was bedtime. I'm like, well, I will edit tomorrow. So that's what I did a little bit this morning. Got my exercising in. So I haven't done that all week either, because again, I'm not feeling good, so that felt good. Get back in my routine, doing my exercising, and then we'll see. Yeah, see about this walking. If I'll be able to do that every day this week or what. But feeling a little off. A little off again with the girls. Update on them. Mandy had the going away party for her one teacher on Saturday. She actually had training that morning. It was a 4-hour training, and there were 80 teachers that were there for it. So that was nice. It wasn't just her, and it wasn't just a handful of people, I guess. It was all over Zoom. It was not in person, so that's okay. But still for 4 hours. So she said she learned a little bit. Kind of asked her if she's, okay. And she had like a day or two to put it in practice. I'm like, well, yes, yeah, because she did that Saturday. And so she only had yesterday. So we haven't, again, really talked. Saturday night was the going away party, so she did make it to that. And then on Sunday, Cassie went over by her, and they went out shopping to get her an outfit for the graduation ceremony. We hadn't found out this morning. Just chatting a little bit online, and even though it was late and they should have been sleeping, it was probably midnight their time. I was like, man, you sleeping, or are you in your middle of a sleep awake? Because sometimes she falls asleep at like 8, and then she wakes up at 12 or 1 and is up for an hour. And she's like, well, I'm kind of awake, but we have to be in early tomorrow. I saw you guys practicing for graduation or doing whatever, and she said, no, it is the actual graduation ceremony today. I was like, oh, thought that was the 28th, but I guess it's today. And then I asked her then if she's going to have some time off, or how that's going to go. The birdies tweeting. Tweet, tweet, tweet. I don't see them, but I sure hear them. And she said she believes that she has the kiddos yet for the rest of this week. And then next week things change up. And she kind of showed me her schedule for the next class schedule. I couldn't understand it though. So I figured, well, I'll just wait until it kind of happens and then ask her for sure, okay, like which kids do you have? How's it working? I'm seeing glare. It's probably just glare on my screen. I'm like, seeing a glare, making sure it's not in the video. I don't have light glaring at me. But yeah, we didn't do our normal, what would have been Saturday morning talk. Well, I knew they had stuff going on and I didn't really want to talk to them until like what was their Sunday evening. That was Saturday morning. Saturday morning would have been Sunday evening for them, I think. Or Sunday morning. So I got up early. I think Sunday morning would be Sunday evening. So I got up early so that I could talk to them. And they weren't up for chatting. So, little puppy dog, hi. Hello. Are you enjoying your walk? Yeah. It's nice out here, isn't it? It's like spring. It's almost 60 degrees. We'll have fun. Yeah. Enjoy it.
Like 1 is 2.
So anyways, I guess that's got me down just a tad of not getting my weekly video call in. Partly because too Saturday Cassie had her move into the dorm, and so she does have a roommate. It's a gal from Germany, so that's nice. So far so good. Wrapping around the other side. Well, the wind in my face. Hopefully this isn't too windy that you guys can hear me. I always figure that too. I'm like, the microphones are pretty good, but when it's windy, you can really hear the wind too. As I figured, being warm out and the neighbors are out walking the dogs. So, yay, get to see them. But in any case, yeah, Cassie had dorm move in on Saturday. That went all nice, well, and smoothly. That was good, because Wayne and I are both kind of like a little, oh, how's it gonna go? She got her cab, got to the dorm, got her student ID, got to her room, figured that all out. There's a thing that's just, again, odd. In the, I can't even call them European, in the, out of state, out of country dorms. It's not here, but over there in her dorm room, like she couldn't leave her dorm without pushing a certain button, without setting off an alarm. So that was just kind of odd. That it's like, obviously, to get in the room, yeah, you need your student ID and you got to swipe it like a hotel card or whatever so you can get in there, because it's all secure and locked, and that's good, because you need that even to get into the building, which she did here at Platteville. She needed her key card to get into the dorm, and then to get into her actual room. But to leave the room, we just opened the door and went. Whereas she was in the door and she took a picture of the door and sent it to us going, I don't know how to leave. And but she did. Figured that out, found the McDonald's, got herself some chicken nuggets and fries. She was happy about that. And then, like I said, yeah, Friday she visited her sister and spent some time with her and walked around, got some good food. And then Monday she had orientation, and so I forgot to ask her if there were a lot of kids there or not, or what. She kind of showed a picture of the empty auditorium room, but would have had the signage up at the front stage saying orientation. And she was the only one in there. But then later she sent another picture of a group of people kind of behind her, and they had not a party per se afterwards, a little bit of that, and they had some food that they offered up. So I said she'd had a BLT sandwich, which is her favorite, and she showed a picture of the sandwich. And then I asked her, I'm like, was there cheese on there? Because she doesn't like cheese on her sandwich. She said, yes, I think there was cheese and mayo and an egg. And I was like, well, that's interesting. An egg on a BLT sandwich. She ate it because I'm like, well, did you like it? Because she doesn't like mayo either. But she ate it. So that was good. That was. Yeah, and then she had a couple other things. It looked like a little salad type bowl, and then a piece of fruit, and a cookie, I think. Something else, but. And then she did put some pictures in chat of some sea life on the sidewalk. There was like a seahorse and whatever, and then there were a couple turtles. One of them was made even out of a manhole cover. They used that for the turtle's back, so that was pretty cool. I was like, oh. And she's like, yeah, I figured Mom would appreciate that. And it's like, yeah, you know it. But because Cassie also has a roommate, she doesn't want to, talk. Well, the roommate's in the room, because you don't want to disturb the roommate, and unless, you don't want to be embarrassing yourself or whatever, or just talking. So, and she didn't want to go to the common area and chat. She was like, well, we could be on camera and you guys could talk and I'll just type my answers. And then it's like, well, yeah, I could just type my answers, type my questions. So we did that for a little bit, but not the same. I mean, as any parent knows, right? There's never enough conversation or pictures, especially when they're away like that. It's like, what you up to? What you doing? Fill me in. I asked her if she learned anything at orientation, whatever. No. I asked if there were rules, like when Mandy was there, they had to be back in their dorms, I believe, by 11 p.m. on weekdays. And I thought it was like 1 or 2 a.m. on weekends. And then the dorms locked, and they wouldn't reopen again until like 5 in the morning. So if by chance you were out and about, at the bars or whatever nightlife, or walking around the streets, that if it happened to be past 2 a.m., well, then you had to figure out something to do and some place to wait until 5 a.m. until they reopened again. So there was like one time I think that happened to Mandy, but other than that, then she had her other apartment building and she could come and go. So Cassie said no, there weren't any rules like that. So she can come and go as she pleases. So that's all right. So that's about it. So far, so good. Like I said, she's doing all right. She found her bedding. She needed bedding for her place and all that. So she and a couple other people from the university went. They have like a university group chat. So that's nice that the international students can all be together. So if they have questions or maybe things to do. I know for Mandy, she had that. And there was a thing about, like, if anybody was like going ice skating. Hey, we're having a group of us go ice skating. Anybody want to come along? Oh, we're going to, karaoke. If, anybody wants to come along. And you find friends that way too. And then either get your own little broken off group chats or stuff. But it's nice to put out there if you have any other questions. Something came up where Cassie said there was some announcement made about somebody coming to the rooms. So if you're to leave the room, take your valuables with, but you could stay in the room or whatever. Or, I think it was a matter of if you're leaving, take your valuables with. And so I guess somebody did put in the chat that, they were from the 8th floor or something, and this security team was already there and they could stay in the room. So Cassie was like, oh, good to know. Okay, I'm just staying here then. I'm not going anywhere. She was all just settled in comfy on her bed. So stuff like that. So that's nice too, that she's got that. Weather's been okay over there. I think it's been 30s, so not too cold or anything. So that's about it. Just missing them. Having a sad morning. Because again, it's just hard with the time change. And we gotta find our schedule, find our new normal. I gotta find my new normal because it's on me. I know they're gonna be busy. They've got stuff going on, which is understandable. But again, just finding that time when we can chat together. So that's about it. That's about what's going on here for now. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're staying healthy. And keep it positive. Go make it a great day.